So I recorded this subject, why I believed Rick Santorum should get out, why I believe he should get out, because I still presently believe that. My opinion hasn't changed in the last couple of minutes, but something has. Basically, I recorded the video. I said, "Oh, this is great. I'm gonna fire it up," and he listened to it. No audio, no sound, no commotion, no effects, nothing. Couldn't hear a single word. It was just me going for must have been 5 minutes. So I fired that up, and I just every single point I wanted to convey was in that video. But rather than bore you about the details of that, I'm going to give them all in a more concise and timely manner. So, without further ado, let's begin. Santorum is ridiculous in his candidacy and really just in being in this election cycle, because he's been faring very badly for months and months and months in admittedly similar fashion to Jindal and Perry, and to an extent Graham. Actually, yeah, Graham as well. But the difference is that they all have dropped out now. They're all gone. They played the game of, I guess, stay in politics and it didn't work. Or stay in the race politics and it didn't work. They didn't get there. They didn't get to the actual voting days, which are in really, I want to say just barely a month. So what I'm getting at now is that they realized they weren't improving. They weren't doing better. They were not making any progress. Yet you have Santorum, who's doing, if not as bad, worse than these three. And yet, what do we see? Him staying in, him trying to make it to next year. I'd honestly say I'd rather he drop out just before the New Year's Eve. All right, I'm done. See you next year, but not as a candidate. But I know he won't do that. I know he's going to try and stay until I really can't tell. But no one I know supports him. No one I know says, "Oh yeah, I want him." I've seen support for a lot of these guys. I've seen support for obviously for Cruz and Trump, for Carson, for Rubio, for Jindal, as hard as that is to believe, for Kasich. No one I know has said, "I want him." Not a single person. So what does that tell you? Now, obviously, I'm not some person that has met every person that can read everyone's mind or use some telepathy to get insight that other people normally couldn't. But I do live in an area where there are enough people for me to form a consensus. The consensus is people want to vote for a person who is well known at this point, which includes Sanders, which includes Trump, Clinton, and to a lesser extent Cruz, although that's not he's not entirely on their level yet. Santorum is unknown even to people who were around for the last election cycle. You go and ask anybody about Santorum, they're gonna go, who? So name recognition is another reason. I don't think he'll build it up in time. And just really, it's just a crappy candidacy. It makes no sense for him to stay in this race. He should have been gone a long time ago. But since he's still in it, all I can say is good luck. You're gonna need it, but it won't matter anyways. You're gonna lose anyways. This is like a bullying video, but that's honestly how I feel. I don't think he has a single chance at all. And that this isn't just direct towards him, it's towards that whole bottom group. But my reasons for him getting out are much more concise because there's more. I have a familiarity with him that I don't have with the others, admittedly.